Our leadership bite this time is to have a plan. So anytime you are put in a leadership position, be it teaching or warming up a class or teaching an individual student or whatever it is, you need to be thinking through and have a plan in your mind. If we have that plan and have prepared to teach the students or whatever capacity we're serving in, then we are serving the students. If we don't have a plan, or if we try to allow the students to come up with the plan, then we're doing a disservice both to ourselves and the students, because they don't necessarily know the best course of action as far as instructing goes. But as an instructor, you do. So make that plan ahead of time, and think about what the needs of the students are for the current week's curriculum. Secondly, is you need to constantly monitor your class or your student or whoever you're teaching, and be willing to adapt to the plan and deviate from the plan if it's needed. You've probably seen me do this a lot. I'll have a plan for something, and then I'll watch my class, and then I'll see there's a need for me to deviate from the plan. And maybe I've got planned sparring drills or something, and then I realize, oh, the class really needs maybe some work on some stances before we go there. Maybe they've already got it. Maybe they've already nailed these sparring drills. So if that's the case, then I need to be willing to change my plan to fit the needs of my learners. So constantly use that monitoring where you are watching and assessing if your learners are getting it. So have a plan, constantly monitor, and be willing to adjust the plan. And third is a practical tip that I have for you is if you are leading a class, try not to turn your back on the students, because let's say over here by this tree, that's where the class is. If I am going to work with someone and I pull them off to the side, I'm going to turn my body this way so that I can physically see what's going on in the class. If I choose to pull that student off and then I turn the other direction to work with them, well, then the class is to my back and I don't know what's going on. I can't monitor and make sure everybody's behavior is okay, and I can't address any situations if they arise. So that's a physical teaching tip. Just physically try your best to turn your body towards the class. That way, as you're helping someone, you can continue to monitor the class. Alright, so let's recap. Have a plan. Make sure that you are prepared, and don't allow the students to determine the plan. Secondly, constantly monitor and be willing to deviate from the plan to meet your students' needs. And third, try always to keep your body facing the students rather than turned away from the students, because that's the best way to monitor.